Welcome back to Michigan Matters, where we're looking at issues. One of the biggest is all about education. What's ahead for Detroit Public Schools and our public universities?
The University of Michigan may be among one of our state's storied schools, but it too is facing challenges. U of M President Mary Sue Coleman believes her institution and other educational ones across the state can help the state find new traction.
One of the things that, in addition to just getting a great education, which we've always been in the business of doing, is that we've really tried to emphasize for students their opportunities to think about entrepreneurism. We have over 100 courses now that have some aspect of entrepreneurial activity, and there's a lot of interest among students. We have an incubator space for students who want to start companies. They understand that they're going to have to create the jobs of the future, and they want to be prepared for that. So I'm quite encouraged. Some of these student companies have already had quite a bit of success, and I think that they then represent the opportunity for the students coming along behind them, and a lot of activity from the faculty. We've made it easier for people to transfer technology, for faculty to start companies, and so we just need to have this whole ecosystem that works to bring Michigan back to what it was at the beginning of the 20th century, which is a very entrepreneurial state.
Lou Glazer runs Michigan Future, a think tank in Ann Arbor, and has been talking about the need to transform our focus from manufacturing to knowledge-based jobs. So, how are we doing?
The places that are doing the best have one core characteristic: have the highest proportion of adults with a four-year degree. So talent matters more than anything else in this economy. So the challenge for us is to do a better job of preparing talent, teaching and learning, but also to create places where mobile talent wants to live. Concentrating talent is what's driving economies more than anything else. And Michigan's fundamental problem is we're 34th in college attainment. That's what's got to change.
With so much focus on preparing young people for the more competitive future, perhaps the person who has the toughest assignment of all is Robert Bobb. The Detroit Public Schools Emergency Financial Manager talked about his challenges in running the state's largest district.
We have to put our academic plan in action with a lot of rigor. And then, in addition to the budget issues, we have to make sure that we address reading, the science programs, our mathematics programs, our English language arts programs, and we have to place a lot of rigor into those programs so that these kids can succeed. The whole goal, Carol, is to get these kids ready for the 21st century. And to do that, we have to put in place 21st century teaching and learning methodologies.
Our priority is to educate our citizens, and obviously that includes all of our children. I'm responsible for having asked Robert Bobb to come in and reshape the education system in Detroit Public Schools. People have to support him. It's going to be hard. He is going to be making and has made some very tough calls. But the point is that the system should be shaped around what's best for the kids and their learning, and not what's best for the adults in the system.
When you gather 1,500 influential leaders at the Grand for the annual conference, talk seems to always come down to politics out on the porch, and it's often like a chess game. Back with a look at that after this.